It's so weird being here because normally we do this just vocals because actually we're going to introduce ourselves like we introduce ourselves on the podcast. So, hello and welcome to this day's... You're so stressed about being on the stream. You're just like, calm down to a simmering panic. So, now you've confused me. Welcome to this part of the 24-hour stream for Animal Allies. And we are Dum Dum Die. There we go, guys. Good job. And all female, all awesome, except for today we are joined by our producer, Tristan. Not that he's not. We're still all awesome, just not all female. D&D podcast. We normally play 5th edition and we play in a homebrew world, which is mine, called Kalandos. But today we are playing what I think is going to be a really fun one-shot. It's six, based all about animals as well. But I'm first going to let my players introduce themselves. I'm going to introduce Animal Allies once more, in case this is your first time being here. And then I will introduce some really cool mechanics so that you do donate and help me destroy this party. But to introduce themselves, we will start on my left.
We're just introducing these characters, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Kirsten, and I'm playing Zal, Great Gibber. He is a goblin, second level ranger, and he has a sibling.
Hello, I'm Wednesday, and today I'm playing Baron Ruse Evilhawks, the Goblin Paladin.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I am playing Wodge Great Gibber. My sibling is on the side of the table.
Eating bacon.
And I play a goblin who is a fighter.
Cool.
Hello, I'm Tristan, and today I'm playing Coat Metalhead. And he's a level 2 bard, also goblin.
With the French accent.
It's not entirely sure what nationality he is.
Does not matter.
It is a time to try.
We apologize to all French people on this stream.
Well, just to people generally. So what we're going to do is, because we're all here and the past almost 24 hours, I think we're going to take you quite near to the end of the 24-hour stream, but has all been in aid of Animal Allies, and they're a really amazing organization that helps educate and sterilize animals in less, more disadvantaged communities. So there's no adopting through Animal Allies, but they really help look after the animals that people do have. They donate food, and they're really there to help people understand how to live with animals, and also to how to better the life of animals. And then also the sterilization is amazing, because that's how we end up with less animals up for adoption, because we're not just having tons of animals having babies. Yeah. So please, for the work they do is really important. So please do donate to them. You can find the details under the stream below. Their PayPal is info@animalallies.co.za, so you can PayPal. We're also giving away our awesome friend who made our paper minis. His name is Papercraft Dungeon. He's giving away one free character mini designed of your character if you donate and you use a reference of triple D's for Dum Dum Die, so that we know that you would like to try and win the mini. That we're actually going to run until the 31st of October, so you've got until then to donate to Animal Allies, and one person will win their own paper miniature of their role-playing character, so that's pretty cool. And for an added incentive, if you would like something to happen in the game today, donate any amount and just say in the chat what you want to happen and that you donated, and then I will add it into the story. So let's all have fun playing together, and let's begin. Are we ready?
Alright. Ready might be a strong word.
Ready-ish. Alright, so you guys are, it's very well known that the master of the area, he is one of the most evil overlords that ever did exist in Faerun. And he has a giant goblin army. But now goblins are very useful, but not as useful as monsters. So his plan is to overrun Faerun with monsters. But, you know, monsters are hard to train. So what he has done is he has basically created a menagerie of all the monsters he would like to have in his army, and he's raising them from babies. But because he's the great overlord, he does not want to raise said baby monsters, so he leaves it up to his faithful, trusty goblin minions. Now, you guys are a work patrol. You've worked together before on various duties. Some days it's been latrine duty, some days it's been, you know, cooking.
So the important stuff.
I mean, yeah, the important things that make all armies run. Today is your first day working in the menagerie. Everyone knows that the menagerie is a very important job. So important that if one of the animals eats you, that's okay, because you are less important than the animals. Okay. All right. So your shift manager, he's very organized, this dungeon master. Your shift manager comes to you. His name is Ozzy Spears. Yes. Ozzy. Don't look at me like that. His name is Ozzy Spears. He walks you you're standing in front of a cavernous wall. It's as high as your eye can see, because you guys are what? Who's taller than 4 feet?
Not I.
Nope.
No one. Okay, you guys are short. So, I mean, this is the biggest wall you've ever seen. It's a giant wall. And there's a very large door, which is the size of a human. Next to it is an even larger door, which is the size of, say, an elephant. And then on the right of that, so right of the human-sized door, is a goblin-sized door. That's only big enough for one goblin to go through at a time.
I feel like this detail will be important later.
So Ozzy Spears looks at you and he says, "Okay, guys, today, don't touch me."
Is he also a goblin? Okay, of course.
Everyone's a goblin.
Of course, everyone's a goblin. Yeah.
Everyone's a goblin, except for the ones who not. I'll tell you if they're not. Okay. So, today, I need you on menagerie duty. Okay? You guys gotta look pointy. Okay? Look pointy. Let's look sharp.
And
guys.
Zal will put his hand up.
Yes.
Sir, don't you mean look sharp?
Sure.
No, I mean, look pointy, okay?
Okay, sir.
Because a point goes into... Look, I don't have time to debate this with you. The animals need to be looked after, okay? And remember, they're animals, not monsters.
Okay.
Shh. Okay, when I open this door, you gotta go in one at a time, and then I'm gonna close the door, and then at the end of the day, if you're still alive, I'll let you out.
Which door is he pointing at? The little goblin?
The goblin door.
Okay, right.
Yeah. You, as what's your character's name?
Good.
As Coot looks at the giant infant door and is like, yes, I'm gonna go through that one.
You would think this, yes.
Yeah. He's got a size complex.
Okay, so if you're still alive, I'll let you out, and then maybe you'll not get menagerie duty tomorrow, or maybe you will. I don't know, maybe they'll like you. Okay, you guys know how to look after animals, right? Watch seems confident. Okay.
Zal looks at Watch
And he starts opening the door and starts ushering you through.
Zal pushes Baron first.
There's no need to push. I know that I'm the leader. I have to be the leader because I know Master is good. Master is the best master.
As he pushes you all through from the back.
Right.
All right, as you all fall through the door and land in a pile on top of each other, you hear an ominous clanging as the door closes, which reverberates through the... It's like a cavern feel. So you know it's underground, but it's so immense that you can't see the top of it. But the sound the door made, because it reverberated, makes you feel like this is a very, very big space. So it reverberated with that like loud start and then very soft dissipating that came from thousands of directions. As the door clanged, you hear a cacophony of sounds. You hear something that sounds like water burbling. You hear a roar. You hear some clanging of metal. You hear almost like the sound of blinds being pulled up and down. You hear
What kind of animal?
you hear screech, and you hear.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
As you look up, you see in the distance a beautiful waterfall, and some grass and some bushes, and then to the left of the waterfall, you see almost like a desertous area. So there's some rocks and things like that, and on the right of the waterfall, you see a field. It's got wheat that probably to you guys is head height. And then where you are near, you see enclosures. There's probably... Look, the enclosures stretch as far as the eye can see, but they're very big. So there's probably 8 on each side, 8 enclosures, but they're very large enclosures. They're quite dark. Can everyone roll perception for me, please?
Just to clarify, is this like Jurassic Park enclosure vibe?
Yes.
Okay.
Similar question. How are we seeing everything? Like, what's the light down here? You said it was on the ground, yeah?
Vision, we are goblins.
So it's just dark, but all these things are there, and we can see them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see them. There appears to be some kind of natural light source.
Okay.
That's unnatural.
It was because someone
It's an
opened the
unnatural
blinds.
light source.
Someone opened the
Someone
blinds.
opened the blinds.
So that's the sound of the
Yeah.
So you just see light, no light, light, no light, light, no light.
Someone's like, how does this thing It's the clapper.
The clapper's not working!
All right. So, what did everyone get?
7.
Good job. What did you guys get?
11.
Also 7. Anyone more than 11? 13. Okay.
It's on it.
Good.
Eyes wide open.
What did you get?
11.
Okay, so Kurt is not overwhelmed by the sound as he looks to his right and realizes that 4 of the cages are open. Everyone else, it's like really pretty down here. You guys are used to, like, latrine duty is not great. And even kitchen duty, it feels very similar to latrine duty for goblins. So, I mean, this is a really magnificent place, and you think, you know what, you're gonna be fine.
Who says all duties are good duties?
the bard will
Shut up,
immediately
Baron!
tap
The manager's gone!
goblin and go, excusez-moi, mon ami.
French problem, I love it. A problem. You are a problem.
I have foreseen there are cages over there.
Yes?
4 of them are open.
Wait. Did anybody come with the list? Did they give us a list of what is in the menagerie?
Baron, roll luck for me. So what I do is I use a percentile to roll for luck. I'm also going to roll. It's going to be a, what do you call it? A combatant roll. You are my dad.
Your dice are even running away from you.
Sorry.
Action,
Oh god, and a D.
D. Dynamite. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Moving on.
41.
Okay. You were under the roll, so you did get a list.
Okay.
But only you got it.
Can I read the list? I'm just
Can you
checking.
read?
Am I literate?
Oh, that's a good point.
How do you know if you're literate? What does your
I think it would have to say for
literate?
Is your int modifier on a 0 on a minus?
No, it isn't.
Okay, so the one person who can read the list
It's on a 0.
has the list.
I am on a +1.
Lovely.
Very smart.
Okay.
Because
Shut up,
No one cares what the boss thinks.
I'm the leader. The leader gets to read the list.
But please find out why the pages are open.
The
Yeah.
the list says
Oh god.
Okay.
that you have an animated armor.
Oh my god.
Do I know what that is?
I don't know. Do you?
Animated
Well,
armor.
you're just reading the list. What do you
Okay,
know what the list
I'm
is?
reading the
Okay,
list.
reading out
Gonna
loud.
be on my
You
character.
have a holder,
A baby beholder. A floof.
Guys, this is from the Monster Manual. I was very excited by that.
Oh my god.
Thank you for seconds and
How do you spell fluff?
F-L-U-M-P-H.
It doesn't matter how you spell it with goblins.
Yeah.
That is true.
You spell it like you said, fleet.
And maybe you can't read, so maybe you can't write.
You have a Gorgon.
This view.
A Gorgon.
Yeah.
So we don't know what these. Okay.
Some of you might know
Yeah.
what they are, but probably not. You also have a gelatinous square because it's a baby. See, it's not a gelatin. It needs to expand. And you have an owlbear.
Oh my
A
god.
baby Albert.
And if anyone donates, you will also have extra babies.
There you go.
Baby monsters. You won't have extra babies.
read my
That's
handwriting.
incorrect. So
Do they have cage numbers?
no.
Are there names on the cages?
Look,
Yeah.
Ozzy organized this area. The menagerie is quite new, so no, there are no cage numbers. So you do not know which monsters from just looking at the cages have escaped.
Okay, everybody, just like the manager said, we need to be pointy. As pointy as possible. And you've got good eyes, keep them open.
So you're hearing that
These
the
are all the
whole
noises,
time.
okay.
I agree. I agree. Sharp is the word.
Pointy.
Sharp.
He said, no. He said pointy.
Watch it. I will go check the closed cages, and we will be sharp.
No.
And you can be pointy.
No.
No.
We don't need to check the closed cages.
But then how do we know what's escaped if we don't know what's actually in the cage?
Sharp! Looks exactly like any other goblin and has a rapier on his waist, but also has a feather boa, a bright green one. So at this,
Because he's fabulous.
because he's a bard,
It's fabulous.
he'll flip it around his neck and go wee wee, and he'll approach.
He's going to have a wee.
This is not the time for a bathroom break, okay?
He'll walk towards the cages.
Okay. As he does
These
so,
are doing like in the cage.
as he does so, how are you standing, the three of you?
Zal is
If your
like
back's
attached
against
to
the wall,
watch.
who's closest to the cages? So obviously, Kut is very close to the cages.
No, I would be also close to them.
You as well?
Yeah, because I would have moved. I'm the leader.
Okay, and
I want to
then
be in the front.
Watch and
We're
Zal,
attached.
like,
Watch and I are attached.
so could Watch and Zal please make a wisdom saving throw for me?
He's probably. Oh god. 9?
Okay.
Wait, saving throw. Oh, thank goodness. 11.
Yeah,
Maths
it's
is
not
not my
18.
strong point.
18. You feel nothing, Watch, but Zal, you feel an intense urge to move over to the left, sort of to the desert area, and go and see there. You feel like if you go there, you will have a wondrous time.
Watch, I think we should go to the desert side.
Let's go that way. And she like pulls.
No, I don't want to go there. We're going! You're gonna kill me again.
And they start killing. There is a healer, but not in your party. So as you move to the left, as we split the party very early, good job, guys.
It's like-
All right.
Long time, shouldn't have
Kut
done it.
and Baron Roos. You guys
We're
walk
looking
towards
at the open cages, yeah?
Question, Monsieur Baron. What is it you are meant to do with these animals?
We need to take care of these animals. We need to raise them so they can be good animals for Master's army.
Ah oui, so therefore the open cages is better for the animal? It is very bad to have
Can
them
I
in the
do
cages.
some kind of animal or nature roll to figure out whether
Do you
it's
have
better for
animal
them to be
handling?
outside?
Actually, no. Make a
I do have
knowledge
animal
nature.
handling.
Make knowledge nature.
Okay.
Nature check.
12.
I mean, you look. You are not. This is the first time a menagerie has existed, so you are not there to question whether animals should be in cages or should not. But probably it's best for them to be in their own natural environments.
Okay. I believe in Master, so I believe that animals should be free.
As you look at the cage, you see that in this particular cage, the first one you're looking at, there appears to be an ooze-like substance on the floor that is a vivid blue. And there is a bucket in the room.
Which will approach the bucket.
As you approach
No,
the bucket...
don't wee in the animal's cage.
I'm not going to me.
Guys, so as you approach the bucket, good job. The bucket lets off an incredible stench as some meat that is obviously for whatever lives in this cage is there.
It's food.
It doesn't smell like food.
Well, actually, to your goblin sensibilities, it's alright.
Alright.
Oh, is it?
You guys are goblins, it doesn't bother you.
That's every fan pellets. Like,
Can Kurt approach the wall?
Can Kurt help us feed our animals?
Yes, I'm passing it on.
Yeah. As an aside, we are at the Nexus, so if you are available, come pull through. They have a great cafe and a really nice venue, so also please support them in future. Thank you so much.
Or present, whatever.
Just in your life.
I don't know what these are. What are these? Are these the lattes?
Yeah,
lattes.
guys, we
Latte.
fancy
Look,
goblin.
it's got a fancy ombre. Goblin
Indeed.
ombre.
So Kurt, in the world where we are, will approach
The world's
and kneel
outside of vanilla lattes.
and will stroke a little bit of the ooze, the stuff, and check it in his fingers, taste it on his tongue.
Please make.
I mean, my wisdom is not great, so
Is your intelligence?
You need to have a good wisdom because you're a bard, right? Who needs knowledge when you have
it's
charisma?
so charismatic though.
Okay, sorry, I just need to find it because I have a couple of
Are
monsters.
you doing it very convincingly?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're investigating. We're trying to figure out what's happening.
I believe that he
Please
is
make a
trained.
strength check.
Come on.
Yeah, I believe that he is a
Ten.
trained animal trainer.
Okay, as you swipe your fingers through the ooze, you try to lift it up to your face to, taste it, because that's what you should do with things you don't know what it is. Yeah. It feels like the ooze is not actually separating from the floor. It feels like it's clinging and sticking, but you manage to eventually pull off a little bit, and then you put it in your mouth, and it tastes weirdly like nothing. You can feel the texture of the ooze, which is jelly-like, but it tastes like nothing.
Baron, I will surmise that this is either the floof or the gelatinous square.
Can I make another animal roll?
I mean, you can.
Because we've never been in a...
I mean, look.
I don't even know what gelatinous means.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Either way, could just probably ate it.
That's when it turns into a goblin cube. I mean, you can, but it's gonna have to be very high because.
What is it? What am I rolling? Nature.
Knowledge nature.
19?
Oh wow, it was high. You feel like you feel like jelly makes you think of gelatinous, so you feel like it's the gelatinous square.
With my great wisdom and the power that Master has bestowed on me, I think it is the square.
And then Kurt will look around and be like,
Where are the great keepers? I thought they were with you.
At that, we cut to across the way as you guys head towards the
That was
desert.
pulling watch.
Please roll perception for me, Watch.
Oh, watch.
Yeah, you are just intent on getting there.
7.
I mean,
You're so good at time first.
Zal is pulling you along, and you're not prepared. What are you wearing? Are you wearing armor?
Yes. your
yes.
armor is very good.
I think you guys are the only ones with like chainmail.
No, they are. I'm squishy.
So you're unused to wearing your chainmail, so it's
Yeah.
distracting you because it's making shinky shink sounds and it's shining as you walk through the cave. So it's pretty cool to look
Okay,
at.
I'm very impressed with myself.
I mean, you look rad.
Yeah.
You look rad. You're a fancy fighter. Good job. At that, can I have everyone roll initiative for me? This will be your initiative for the whole game.
oh my goodness.
For the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, if someone wants to donate
my
to give you an
God.
extra initiative score, they could do that. I mean, Well, don't feel bad because all the monsters, I just rolled all the monsters on the same one for ease are on 7.
Narrowly made.
Did you get, who got less than 7?
Don't let the DM re-roll the monster initiative.
I mean, I got 7.
Please.
Did you also get
Good job, Watch. Because you guys are level 2, I'll let you go first. Alright, what did everyone else get?
9.
9 for Baron. Cool, what did you get?
16?
So, boom.
Damn.
I can run away first.
Well done. You're gonna take me with you.
Debatable.
Kurt is on 11. Alright. Cool. We are not yet in initiative, but this is what your initiative will be. Alright.
Okay.
You walk towards the desert and you didn't realize, but as you progress further towards it, there appears to be an area with a pond and a beautiful palm tree. You don't know what a palm tree is though, but for once of being unable to explain what a palm tree looks like, it's a palm tree. And it is a beautiful oasis. And from the tops of the leaves, you see the leaves of the palm tree. So it basically is a base with leaves coming out of the top and round circles hanging around, which you don't know, but they are coconuts. But this one has purple leaf fronds, and they look a little vine-like. And even the coconuts hanging from it, or the balls hanging from it, are purple. Guys, that's why I say coconuts, because you got some
It's
grass.
the hardest thing to describe a palm tree without knowing
balls.
what a palm tree is.
Yeah.
Watch!
What?
Is that an animal? And shoot. He points up at the palm tree.
As you point up at the palm tree, one of the coconut's eyes open.
It's an animal.
And you feel like this is where you were always meant to be. You love that palm tree.
This animal is beautiful!
As all the other coconut's eyes open, you realize it's the baby beholder.
Okay. I was like, I thought this was a Pokemon.
This is a different game.
Gotcha.
Okay. But I mean, you do have to catch them all. But
Gotta catch it!
and it's probably got eight eyes, and it's the size of 5 goblins together currently.
That's amazing.
It's not made out of 5 goblins.
Okay,
it's just the size.
trying to
of it.
count our goblin sizes and then I times that by 2. Maths is not Zell's strong point.
Right.
Watch! Look at the pretty baby! It's looking at us with all 8 of its eyes.
And you hear the sound of the shutters opening. It's the sound of the blinking as it goes.
It's like coconut open close.
As the eyes open and close. Yeah. Like the horses in Monty Python.
Let us go.
Alright.
That's not a baby.
I'm pretty sure it's a they said they were all babies.
That doesn't look like a baby.
I think we should pet it.
Guys, sorry, just as an aside, I think we should have a Baby Beholder song, but like Baby Shark. Baby Beholder.
Too many syllables. Too many syllables.
We'll find a different monster and then we'll be like Baby
Thank you.
Albert.
Do we have a cappuccino?
Baby fluff. Okay, before we ruin everyone's
This
day.
is our wonderful
Thank you.
community mod today, and he's
Also-
going to introduce himself because he's way famous.
They've heard about me all day.
What if they're new? What if they just came for us?
That's true.
What if they really like you?
Hello, friends who are watching.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
seeing
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much.
There is no spoon.
Can Zal attack the baby beholder with a spoon?
You cannot.
And by attack, I mean like pet.
Oh
my god.
Why do you have a spoon?
No, why do you have a
Your mess
spoon?
kit.
From kitchen
I mean, you so fine. You have a spoon. What do you want to do?
I want to pet the baby beholder with a spoon.
Watch is gonna take a few steps back.
Okay, you
You
realize.
detach him from me?
you realize that to reach the beholder,
I
you
have
would
to
probably
climb.
need to stand on something or someone.
Definitely.
Watch, please can you just stand still for like a second?
And like Zal's gonna attempt to like
At that, we're going to move back to the cages.
Smash cut.
As they jump cut, as they ask where the great Gibber brother sister combo are.
What do you mean? They should be right behind us.
We turn around, I guess.
As you turn around yourselves like a dog chasing its tail, they are not in the cage with you.
Is this problematic?
They have no discipline. What kind of goblin army are we?
I think we are the zookeepers.
That is true.
Anyway, Baron Rules, should we try to find the gelatinous square here? Or possibly save our compatriots from fatal death?
As you listen, there's silence except for that shutter sound now, which sounds a bit softer because you're in the cage and it's muted, and you hear someone saying, "Watch, just hold still. I'm gonna pet it with my spoon."
Your call.
Maybe we should go to them. What if they injure the animal?
Good point.
You realize the master would be very displeased.
Following.
Yes.
Dying to one of the animals is probably better than facing the master's displeasure.
I'm gonna do a full armor jog.
A full armored jog.
I'm fully armored.
I love it.
I'm a
I
proper
want to do a casual jog next.
full armor jog.
As you try not to run past barriers, but you could easily. Alright.
No, don't do that. I'm the leader.
I'll hang back like a foot each time.
Just be like, alright, good job. As you guys run along, I'm going to tell you when you arrive.
Okay.
Alright.
hold on, spoon. Drop my spoon. Watch, stand still.
Watch for that spoon!
Zal, you're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Sir, it's not you we care about. It's the this thing. What is this?
Alright, so how tall are you, Watch?
I am 3 feet.
God, you tiny.
Yeah.
And how tall are you? 4. I love how the biggest person is on top. Alright.
Because I'm the oldest sibling.
As you get to 7 feet, one of the vines does come down a little bit.
Okay.
And an eye looks you in your eye. You've got 2. It's
Okay.
not one.
It's like squinting to look at the
as,
one eye.
as the whole eye, but the eye is basically the size of your face as it takes as it blinks
Okay.
and looks at you quizzically. Which from one eye is very interesting.
And I still feel is Zal still feeling the warm and fuzzy feelings towards the beholder?
I mean, this is very fascinating. It's very cool.
Zal then wants to hit above the eyeball.
So you want to
where
tap it on like the top of the eyelid? Okay. Roll animal handling.
Okay.
Can we just keep in mind that Watch is like kind of,
Yeah, please roll dex.
you know,
Yay! 21.
19.
Okay, so
We
as
are
Watch is
experts.
moving,
Yeah.
you've done this a few times before, obviously. So as
Hitting
Watch,
beholder's eyeballs.
no, standing on Watch's shoulders. So as Watch like leans forward as he's trying to, maneuver you,
Yeah.
you manage to use that to add to your stroke of the beholders. So it's a wave of petting. It's like as you touch it, it feels almost like a thin membrane.
Okay.
So you realize if you can't press hard on this at all because it's a very thin skin membrane over the eyeball, but the stalk, which is the vine that leads to a big circular middle, feels quite robust and it feels very dry, which looking at the monster and realizing that it's mostly
Animal.
eyeballs and animal, mostly eyeballs and its skin, you wonder if it should be that dry.
Sorry guys, we just reached 14,965.
Boom!
Very close to the second goal, so.
Does that mean I get to roll bit? I'm gonna roll initiative for the monsters.
Come on! Games choices.
10! Yeah!
Monster Menagerie can monster run away first.
The monster is in front of Baron and
Beats
Watch.
most of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you guys. I needed that. That was a horrible.
Thank you for your donation.
Thank you. All right. So then,
Okay, so Zal has
you guys are gonna
petted.
appear after 4 pettings. Please roll perception. It's very exact science, guys. Goblin science is exact. Yes, perception.
Especially since Zal's a
Perceptive
ranger.
of a 3 as well.
I mean, you can see them standing on each other,
Yeah.
but what they're
What
doing,
are-
who can say?
1 hit. 2 hit.
You see what I described earlier. Please, can the 2 of you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh, us who have just arrived.
Yes, the 2 new arrivals.
Oh.
You're gonna be beholden by the
So
beholden.
it's -1 for my wisdom saving throw, but I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so you're fine.
Okay.
But you feel like it's a rare occurrence.
It's really weird for me.
How did I manage that? Just be like, is this thing working? Good job.
11.
You understand why Zal is petting it. It is beautiful.
Of course I do.
It is beautiful.
And the way that it looks at you.
I mean,
with all
all
those
8 of its eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you arrive, all of a sudden you hear a big sound of as from the center, one giant eye opens
Make a guess.
and one giant mouth opens in the center ball with razor sharp baby teeth. So they're little teeth, but they're super sharp.
They're like super sharp milk teeth that come out.
I'm so glad I'm
Yeah.
not on the top.
For once, Watch is like, yeah, that's why I let you stand on me, so you can reach there.
Zal, you have a spoon. Do you have snacks?
I
The baby is hungry.
I think we need to water it down because it's kind of dry on its army thing. I think we need to take the water from the oasis and like take the spoon and like put it on the beholder.
Why the spoon?
We might need a bigger spoon.
Yeah, I mean, you probably feel like everyone feels like you need a bigger spoon. I'm allowed
Zal
that.
starts like looking first.
This is a very stupid idea.
I agree.
Guys,
What,
can
did
I
the
just,
spoon
can I
idea?
just mention that the one who just hit his head with it, it's like, this is a bad idea.
I know where there's a bucket.
Okay, wait.
Let's go and get a bucket.
Okay.
It's an extra one for you.
Oh, yeah.
We have an extra cappuccino, so we're going to give it to one of our amazing
Yes.
helpers.
Pleasure.
We have water skins. We could just douse it, sort of like a holy father in the priesthood.
You do know that was a very odd reference. It must come from a story that the bard knows.
I understand this as a paladin.
Oh,
Holy
yes.
dousings.
Holy dousings.
Yes.
You know Holy dousings relatively well.
Yes.
I have a pouch, not a water skin.
Look, you would have been given some supplies for the day, so
Okay.
you have enough water and food to last you, your own goblin person, one day. You can't share.
Okay.
There's not enough to share.
Then Zal wants to take his water skin that I'm hoping is full and try and put it on the vine of the, like, put some in his hand and try and touch the vine of beholder.
Okay, and that we are now going into initiative. And that brings Zal, you are first.
I just told them where the bucket was.
So how does the beholder react to that? Is
Please
it like
roll your attack for me. As you attack him with water.
Oh my god.
I was trying to give him a bug.
Look, it's a wild animal. It does not know. Oh gosh.
It doesn't do anything.
Yes, what the I imagine you've got like a 4.
I got a 2. Plus attack?
Yeah, plus your
What's your fighting style?
melee, it's fine.
I don't even have melee. I have basic attack.
Okay, well your basic attack is
It's one attack, one target
Plus
per
2.
attack action. Plus 2.
yeah, just use your proficiency bonus for now.
A 4.
Okay, as you take your water skin, you uncork it, and obviously you lost the rhythm of Wodge's, maneuvering of you, as you pour water all over Baron. As Baron's looking up at you, trying to, and gets water all in its face. That brings it to you. Cool.
I've just seen this, and I'm like, I know this is a wonderful story. I must tell this tale in the future.
It's the future. If I win,
I will
whip
whip out my musical instrument, which is an oboe.
Which is because, the goblin bards are not actually that normal. So there's not an oboe that's the size of you. So this is like an oversized oboe. It's almost like a giant, like a big sax for you. So you have to, instead of covering with your fingers, you have to use your whole hand to cover the whole.
Sweet.
Like, boop, boop, boop.
And then I'm just going to use bardic inspiration on the Baron Ruse.
Cool.
So you get a d6, I think.
Yes.
D6 what?
You roll a d6 on
To
your
add
next
on
roll.
attacks, ability checks, saving throws, anything like that. And then for my action, can I try to talk to the thing?
I mean, you can.
With my music?
with your French accent.
You're like playing your music and then you're like, in a lyrical break.
Yeah. I want to like approach it very like Steve Irwin. You're right, mate, you're right. It's like
Stevie,
bonjour, monsieur. I assume baby beholder. Can you understand what I am saying? We are not here to hurt you. Will you please come down off the tree and return to your cage?
What languages do you speak?
Common and Goblin. I think I would have used Common.
Okay, you know what? Roll animal handling.
Animal handling. Okay.
Yeah.
God,
I'm going to
This is
say,
the
as
most ridiculous thing she's ever seen.
I'm going to say, as a bard, I feel like you would know how to communicate. So I'm going to allow it.
Okay.
Roll animal handling, and if it's high, I'll be like in like cooing noises. You're like.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Yeah. Who wants to go back to their gate?
I'm literally oboe in one hand. I'm like.
As you look up, you do that. Okay, mate, it's actually not bad. And I rolled contested, but I got 17, so.
Okay.
The beholders, all the eye stalks swing around and look down at you as 8 eyes look down at you, and you feel the shadow of the beholder palm tree leaning forward as obviously the big circle is tilting and the eye tilts, and they all blink slowly at you, and it lifts itself off the palm tree stalk, and the palm tree and the oasis disappear. And it starts floating down. So now it's probably just above everyone's head height, and it's moved slightly to the left of everyone. And it is all its eye stalks are trained on you, though.
You don't have to go to your cage if you don't want to go to your cage.
As that brings it to the baby beholder. So because for babies, I made everything they can do half.
Just so we don't die as quickly.
It's a baby one.
Okay. Let's see. They've got so many rays. Oh, it's got a death ray.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
death ray. Okay, let's do this one.
No, you can't. You couldn't play one song. one song.
Alright. Okay, please make a strength saving throw. Tristan.
3.
As you look at it, it blinks its eyes, and you feel that you're lifted and thrown closer towards the cages. Thrown closer
It likes
towards the
you.
cages.
It's taking you to be its pet.
And you are at the you are very near to the cages, but you feel like you can't actually move. You feel like you're
Paralyzed.
not paralyzed, but you feel like you can't move out of the space you're in.
Yeah.
You can move in it, so you can move your arms and your oboe, but you feel like to move out of that space, you're trapped by a hypnotic gaze kind of vibe.
But I didn't take any damage or anything.
Sounds a little bit
No,
like
because
a
it
session.
threw you across, and then it didn't let you land on the floor. So your feet are actually not on the floor.
Yeah.
You are sort of hovering just above the floor. As the beholder, the baby beholder, floats closer towards you and stops where you are.
But you're in front of the cage, right?
You guys are moving towards the cage. You feel like it will probably be another 30 feet towards the cage. Well, towards a cage. That's open. That brings it to you, Baron.
That's a good goblin, that one. See, he went to go fetch the bucket, and he's taken the animal back to its cage.
It's not there yet. Sorry, Watch. I'll get off now.
But the two of you ran away.
I felt like it was calling me.
You're still in initiative.
Yes.
Hashtag just say it.
So,
Hashtag a small conversation.
I'm going to do like a, I'm going to say follow me and do like an armored jog towards the cage, because now maybe we don't need the bucket. Maybe there's water in the cage.
Alright, as you run past the beholder and Koot, are you going to run all the way to the cage?
Yeah, I want to find out which cage is supposed to be its cage.
So you run
Does it
past
maybe have like a mirror in it so it can behold itself? Or...
You feel like the fact that its eyes project rays, having a mirror where it can look at itself and project its own death ray on itself is not a good idea. As you run past them, you see that Koot is actually floating. And his oboe's dragging next to him because it's very big. And you run past and you find a cage that has quite a large roof height. It's higher than the other one you were in. So you think maybe this one, because there is space to float, you imagine, and for the ice stalks to...
Okay, can I do a roll
That's
to
a
figure
technical
out,
term.
like,
Technical time.
what do beholders eat?
Yes, you can. I feel like the answer is heroes.
Where can I find a hero?
She's evil.
What is that?
Sorry. Carrier pigeon or something.
Oh God. Okay. What have you done, viewers?
I'm so
Yeah, I'm really scared now.
Sure. Alright.
This just in.
This is just it. Okay?
Do I get that extra d6 here?
Yeah,
You can?
when you want it.
Oh, when I want to?
Yeah, so you can if you don't like it.
Yeah.
What is that? What am I rolling?
I'm so sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, what am I rolling?
What are you rolling? What are you
To find out
Like,
what
to
to
find
eat.
what they eat.
Aside from heroes.
Knowledge nature. Aside from heroes, because
Wait, did you say that they ate heroes?
you do, everyone.
No, but everybody knows monsters eat heroes. That's what they
That's
do.
why you're trying to raise them so that they can eat the heroes.
15.
15. You feel like it likes meat. So maybe the meat that was in the
Can I
other
get the
room
bucket of meat?
would help it.
Yes, because I want to do the here, baby, and start throwing it around in the cage, you know.
Okay. Alright. Cool.
I don't know, I've never babysat before. I'm a paladin.
Alright, so you feel
I feel like
that's a good
paladins
idea.
babysit. Oh,
No.
I will let you throw the meat.
Okay.
If you want to make that an additional move action, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
You throw. Where are you throwing the meat?
In that cage, that tall one, so sort of scattering it around
Okay, so you go fetch the bucket of meat. Come back.
and start scattering it around.
Okay, so I'll
Can
have
go
to
into
let
the next
you
round.
in your next round.
Yeah.
So because you had to go fetch it. All right. That brings it to Watch. It's you. You're Watch.
Okay, so are you still on top of me? On my shoulders?
Yes.
Okay, so Watch is gonna run in the opposite direction.
with me on your shoulders.
Okay, please roll.
Oh.
Roll Dex, because I feel like Zal is not that heavy. I just feel like it's acrobat. No, roll acrobatics for me.
Wait, how old are you, Watch?
Watch is
These were-
18 years old.
Yeah, I am the older sibling.
Oh, yeah, but you guys, you realize you're very old for goblins, actually.
Hey, that means I'm ancient.
Which means I'm wise.
Well,
That's
it
why
just
I'm
means you
the
guys
leader.
were
That
not, it means you guys were not promoted into the army, where you,
Alright.
you guys are like probably very bad goblins.
Really?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, because I feel like he's not heavy, and you're used to carrying him.
Yeah, so I rolled an 8.
Okay, as you run, you're holding onto Zal's legs, and you're like, "I've got you, bro." But you realize as you run forward, you use your hands to push the legs behind you to get momentum as you threw Zal off your shoulders. Please take 3 points of damage.
Oh my
as you
word,
fall on your back.
I'm just gonna stop and look back and be like, oh,
Just go. Just go.
sorry.
Just go.
I didn't mean to do
Just
that.
go.
And then I'm gonna giggle.
Are you still gonna run in the opposite direction?
No, I'm gonna stop and
Help.
Oh, what a kind sibling. I'm just throwing me off.
You help Zal up. You can still do something.
yeah, then I'm just gonna grab his hand and just keep running.
Okay, you are going to run towards where? The desert section, directly forward to the waterfall,
So-
to the right to the field, but then you pass past the cages.
Which one looks like the safest area?
Roll
Safety.
survival. Roll survival.
Oh my gosh.
The same roll every time.
Do your dice need to go to dice jail? I have extra dice for you.
They feel like they're all equally safe.
So then,
The desert
I
is
was just about to say
closest.
Dobby. Waj is going to run towards, because now he's thinking, well, if we're in a group, we're going to be safe. So we're going to run to Baron.
Okay, so you're going to run back to the cages, dragging Zal.
Yeah.
Perfect. That then brings it to you, Zal. You will get to sort of where Kut and the baby beholder are.
Kut, are you in the cage yet, or is it still on the way?
Kut is not in the cage yet.
Okay, but we can see the cage and
You
Baron's
saw
ahead with the
Baron run
bucket.
into it
the bucket.
and run out with the bucket. As you run towards it, you see him running out with the bucket.
And the beholder is gaining.
Yeah, the beholder's slowly floating forward, and pushing him with his force
Oh my goodness.
forward.
Okay.
Zal kind of feels like they pretty much got the beholder.
You got this.
So, Zal's gonna take Waj and make a right-hand turn towards the waterfall area.
Okay, so as you guys start running, you run past the cage and you turn, nope, not it, and you run towards the waterfall. The waterfall is probably, it's going to take you 2 turns to get there.
And Waj is following, hey?
Yeah.
Can I just say, better in numbers, better in numbers. No, wrong way.
Please roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Why is it always wisdom saving throw?
Because this one I'm actually trying to see whether you will listen to some good advice from your brother.
See?
Please roll a d20 for me, and if
21.
okay, well,
D20?
as long
Yeah.
as you
What am I rolling?
tell me what you rolled on your dice.
17.
17. Because you got higher than your brother's roll, you actually, maybe that's not the worst idea he's ever had.
So then Zal will turn around and start you know how you kind of sheepdog
Yeah, and heard.
Sheepdog.
So Zal just pushes Waj, flicks Waj out like a dance kind of move with both arms outstretched. And then he's like, okay, now we're going to help it go. And go, there's a nice beholder.
So you start running to herd the beholder.
Not running, walking gently and slowly.
Flapping your
Gonna
arms.
die.
And
Pushing.
And speaking of bringing parties together, so this is what distracted me a little bit.
Sorry.
Is we have reached the 15,000 goal.
Yay!
So we just wanted to very quickly bring all the streamers in to say hi. So let's bring them all in. Say hi.
Come in.
Yeah, I now introduce them. Now it feels like
Now it's just
us. As we bring the party
Come in with the baby beholder.
Yeah.
Come in.
He doesn't bite much. Actually,
Well,
he does bite, but
Yeah, so they're
I
gonna.
mean, we can.
you can come in. We're gonna parade.
Let's do a parade.
Parade.
I think let's do a parade.
Fashion show of
a parade streamers.
The changes conga line and everything.
Look, it's a goblin conga line. Let's say it's never going to be be the best conga line you've ever seen.
Yeah, no, after like 20 odd hours now.
Yeah.
You look pretty now.
Who looks pretty?
Yeah.
So,
I'm gorgeous and I
24 hours, 22 hours, none of us look pretty.
yeah.
speak for yourselves.
Your makeup's running, eh?
I'm just gonna switch it.
Alright.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Gotta like bring that.
We're just bringing up the lights so we don't look like ghosts.
Or we do look like ghosts.
Oh, we do look like ghosts. It is the D&D section, so I mean, there's that.
Or our foreseeable future very soon.
You're practically transparent.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? We did it. We are over 15,000. That is the second mark. We did it.
Yes, for weekend, everyone?
Yeah.
2 more hours to go.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nexus. Thank you, Red Oxygen. Thank you, everyone that's donated, everyone that's watching, and all you people. About word, of course. Yes. And all of
2 more
you.
hours to go.
2 more hours to go. But honestly, thank you
donating.
to everyone. Keep on donating, though.
And we have a very special announcement. So the person who made the donation that got us over 15,000
Is here.
is actually in the building already, and they're going to receive a very special shirt as well as a CD key. And that special man is going to walk right up over here. So Sushi will hook you up with the CD key, and there's your beautiful shirt. And yeah, as he said, keep it coming, guys. We're almost done. We're almost done. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Back to baby boom.
Go.
Enjoy your dungeons.
Thank you, everyone.
You guys the best. I love you all. I love you all. I love you, everybody. You so much.
Last 2 hours.
I would love to run this one of our other games.
I'm gonna go smoke, dude. I'm done. I can't focus. I'm literally just here to sing.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Wait for them to switch back to you guys.
Cool. We're gonna all roll initiative. Are we back yet? Yeah, just because there was a donation. Oh, sorry, and we're back. We were just discussing, I was saying, because of the donation, we're gonna re-roll everyone's initiative. And I had a good one. Sorry guys. It's how the donations roll. Of course, I have a worse one for the monsters, so feel bad. Feel good. Okay, so the monster's on 8. What are you on? 4. Good job. Good job, Zara.
The siblings switched positions.
Okay. What are you on, Watch?
15.
Watch is on 15.
Yeah.
What are you on, Baron?
19.
19 for the Baron. And for you, Coach? 20.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, thanks for your donation, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, brought it around.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Okay, so as you heard, you sort of forget what you're doing, and that's why you drop back in initiative. So I'm going to start at the top of the round.
Wait, I was waving.
That brings it to you. You could. You feel like you can't move out of your space, but you could do an action.
Okay.
So no movement, but an action.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, as I'm floating there, I realize I have the favor of an admirer. It's a locket. Slips out here. It reminds me.
Slips out over my head.
At the armor of your leather jerkin.
From my neck.
Wow.
Okay. Do you think I can cast some magic? Can I?
I'll allow it. Can you?
And I'm gonna look at the beholder,
It's looking at you.
and I'm just gonna say, "No, mama, so fat." And cast vicious mockery.
Why?
Because we need to subdue it.
You feel like it hasn't the wolf is very hurt by this. What are you feeling?
A wisdom saving throw. It's probably super wise as well. I don't know.
You an idiot. That was an idiot. It's 14. You're gonna survive.
It does pass it. Okay.
And it just blinks at you and it feels like, why would you say that kind of thing? But
does
obviously you know nothing.
It has disadvantage on the next attack, but it doesn't take damage from the next attack.
Okay, but it just looks at you like, why would you say that? What kind of person says that? You're so French!
like a fish in water like trying to right itself. I'm like doing that. I'm like, what can this mean?
As you're like, your mother is an elderberry. It smells like elderberry.
That's it.
Alright, Baron, that brings it to you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I'm going to scatter the meat.
In the
raw
cage
meat
you're
in the cage that I'm assuming is the beholder's cage because it's smaller than the others.
You may as well chuck him in with it because I think right now it's just gonna eat it.
And I'm going to
This is the kind of stuff we edit out in our podcast.
sorry.
Yeah.
Silences.
Well, it's not a
Page
silence.
turning.
We're contemplating how not to die.
Exactly.
Well, clearly someone is not contemplating how not to die. It's insulting the
I
whole
don't actually want to move it.
Your
So
mom.
I cannot do a damn thing. So I'm going to say
No, I'll say you can do subdual damage. If it does damage, we can say it's subdual. What do you want to do?
that's okay. I'm just going to say like here baby.
The meat.
Like,
Okay,
meat.
roll persuasion for me. As you're like, ooh, this meat is the best meat.
Yeah. 19.
Even you think this meat is really nice.
Well, I've been handling it.
I mean, you are, as you're throwing, you're taking a little
I'm
bite,
excited.
throwing the meat around.
It's my divinity.
You salt bang, but with meat.
Yeah.
Goblin Salt Bay. Meat. Okay, that brings it to you. Watch. You are behind the beholder as your brother, sister, I forgot what you guys were.
Frankly, we're not sure.
You're foolish goblins, that's what you are. So you're standing behind the beholder. You feel from its back that its feelings are quite hurt.
So Watch saw what happened with
Your mama.
Yeah, you saw Kurt throw out of your mama. Not only is he rude, he's also old school.
So Watch is just gonna say to Zal, I told you you're gonna die. This is gonna happen. We should hide, and then at the end we should just go out of the goblin door, but let me go first because I don't wanna die.
Okay.
Pansy. And then Watch is gonna feel super bad though for this.
I love that Watch is the fighter. He's like, Jesus, I don't want to
Armor
die.
class 18, soldier background.
He's like the strongest out of all of you. She's just like, guys,
The reason
I'm
he
super
survived.
skilled, but I have never been in the army because I want to live.
The reason he survived is because he didn't let everyone else do the work.
You are just like heroes are the worst. Heroes are the death of goblin kind.
My heroes die. Watch is gonna go to furry creature.
It's not very, it's
And it's
like
gonna-
skin-like.
It's gonna just kind of rub its
Back.
back
Yeah.
and be like,
Also, yeah.
It feels quite dry.
there.
Don't be a sad beholder.
Do you have a name?
Okay, roll. Roll. I'm gonna say charisma. I'm gonna say charisma for this to try and you're one of those people who like you can't speak as a language, so you're just gonna talk louder
Okay.
and slower.
What language do they speak? Is that interest?
Beholders.
I mean, I got a 13, right?
I don't know if they actually speak. Oh no, they speak deep speech and undercommon.
Okay, if it speaks, then I will understand it.
Undercommon.
Yeah, it speaks undercommon.
So does common work?
Yeah, no. So common, like it's almost like a different dialect. It's like when you go to the south of South Africa and someone would say the glass looks nice, but in the deep south, where I'm from, it would be the glass looks nice. So
Okay.
you feel like maybe you could understand it, but you don't.
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got a 12. Because I have -1 in my charisma.
So as you tap it, and you're like there, because you're talking louder and slower. The baby beholder basically makes in undercommon the goo goo gaga sounds, and it's saying one of the goo goo gaga sounds sounds like friend. And it says but it's questioning. It's like friend.
Okay, so you understand.
And you hear the flickers of the eyelids going.
And Zal is just like, it's so cute.
Okay, Roger's just going to kind of repeat exactly what he said.
Well, no, as you say, it says we're friends, and I mean everyone did hear it. So the rest of the goblins are like, thanks, Watch, appreciate you, good job.
Yeah, that's Roger's just gonna do that.
Cool. That then brings it to the babies. It's their turn. So, someone got a natural one, so nothing happens. A friend. As coming up behind you, you didn't realize, but the door starts to move. The goblin door behind you starts to move and peels itself off the wall and becomes a mimic.
Oh, there was a mimic!
It's a baby mimic. It wasn't on your list. Obviously, someone forgot the mimic was there. The mimic existed.
So the goblin door that was on where we came in.
Yeah, so it's behind you guys now. Behind you, it's like it's your left.
Did we all see it or not?
You wouldn't have seen it because you're in the cage. Yeah, so it's like this. So as it peels away from the door, the wood forms into a chest, and it has 4 eyes on the top of the chest, and little baby teeth as well, and a little purple tongue that is just peeping out and lolling to the side of the mimic. As it tries to reach, let me see, you are evens, you are odds. As it tries to reach Zal with its tongue.
Take my brother.
Doing so well. Okay, I'm gonna roll luck for it. I got 1.
For real?
Yeah, 0, 0, 0, right? That's 1. Or was that
No, that's 100.
It's 100. Okay, as its tongue, you would think that because it's so small, its tongue would not reach you, but somehow it shoots its tongue out to wrap around you, Zal, and as it pulls you towards it, it falls on its face, and its tongue is just dragging underneath its body because it didn't realize how heavy you were compared to it, because it's actually quite small. It's probably only to your goblin size, probably to your hips, so it's a very small mimic. And please take, let's see,
Why is it
will 7 hit your armor class?
No!
As it wraps itself around you and tries to pull you, and as it tried to pull you towards itself, it fell on its face, and then it unwrapped its tongue and brought its tongue back to itself. And you just hear as the tongue returns to the mimic.
So cute.
The beholder is going to.
Did I notice that there was a tongue on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The beholder is going to push you, Hood, into the cage with the meat, and it's going to float behind and follow you. And then,
Even after you insulted this mother, how could you?
yeah, and then it's going to release you, and then, Baron, does 21 hit your armor class as you are holding a lot of meat?
Such a high armor class in the Yes, it does.
Please take, please take 6 points of damage.
As what is happening to me?
As the beholder comes in, drags Cook with him, and realizes there's food, and in undercommon Goo Goo Gaga is like, and and it just brings its eye closer to you and opens its mouth, which almost like Pac-Man takes up its whole face, and it just honks over your body, and you feel its baby teeth in your armor at your midsection, and you're looking and you realize, you're standing in a mouth, and you realize it doesn't actually have a tongue, and you're wondering, how does it, and you realize you're in the cavern of the baby beholder, and you wonder, where's its stomach? Because it's just the round eye and the mouth, and there's no stomach. I mean, it's quite interesting inside.
Yeah.
And with your dark vision, you can
I'm
see.
looking around.
Yeah, but you do take 3 points of damage as it got you on your armor, as you feel that one tooth managed to slip in and just poke you in the stomach.
I do not yell out in pain because I'm strong.
Yeah. Well, no one would hear you inside the beholder's mouth, and it says, and you can hear it making that sound teething babies make of. I don't know. It's funny. That brings it to you, Zal.
Oh, it brings me. Okay.
So you have a tongue. You have a tongue wrapped around you. It's left you, and it's moved back to the baby.
Okay. Question: the beholder cage enclosure. Is it like bars? Are they big enough for a goblin to slip through, but not a beholder baby?
Yes, actually, you could sneak through the bars. Yeah.
Then Zal's gonna lock it in the cage.
Cool. You're gonna run to the cage, slam the door shut, and lock it. The door is quite large for you, so you need to push a little bit, but you managed to do so.
And then Zal.
The key is in the door.
Zal takes the key.
Okay, after you lock it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Zal wants to go speak in undercommon to the mimic.
Okay.
Okay, would Zal know if it's undercommon or infernal that the mimic would probably speak?
I don't think so. You imagine most of these monsters do speak undercommon.
Okay, so then Zal's gonna speak in undercommon. Yeah, baby mimic. Yeah, mimic.
Please roll persuasion for me.
Okay.
Because from your gestures, because the mimic doesn't actually speak. So roll persuasion as you have hand gesturing to the mimic.
Complaints.
4. You are making hand gestures, but it actually looks like you're doing the Macarena. And you're like, hey baby mimic, come this way. Hey baby mimic. And it's like pushes its tongue against the floor to flip itself upright, and you see the tongue loll to the side, and then the tongue just moves across the baby mimic's mouth to the other side, and its eyes blink at you.
Does it blink in a nice way or like the hell are you doing there?
Undetermined.
Since Zal is a ranger, Zal wants to use his ranger skills to try and coax the mimic towards him in like a nice way. So he's going to take out some money.
Okay.
So his pouch of money, and he's going to shake it like a rattle.
Shake it like a rattle
Yeah.
to the mimic. Okay. The mimic is going to start hopping towards you.
Okay.
Yeah. That brings it to you.
I'm no longer held. I'm free.
No, you are free, but Baron
You're now
is
locked in a cage.
covered.
Oh,
Baron
right.
looks like a beholder lollipop
Okay, good.
with goblin legs and a beholder top.
I'm gonna then run over to the beholder and like stand in front of it and go, excuse-moi.
I'm so sorry about the insult. I'm sure you must say it's very lovely as a woman. Can you please release my compatriot? Just
and I'm gonna try like pull it out, pull Baron out with my leg arm.
Cool roll.
I feel like that's gonna hurt more than me.
Yeah.
Roll strength for me.
Hey!
As you grab Baron by the legs and because you're talking to the beholder, because as you go under to grab Baron, you realize the eye is right there. So you're like, I'm sorry about your message. As you look up at it, and you grab his legs, and then you think to yourself, and you pull down. But by pulling down, you're pulling towards the floor, so you don't move him. You have just been like, you are solidly staying here.
Cool. Then I'm going to release. For my bonus action, I'm going to use Nimble Escape to disengage. And I'm going to go, be back. And I'm going to run out of the cage.
As you turn, you see Zal slamming the cage in your face.
And then I'm going to try to squeeze through the bars.
You do. You managed to do so. And you see
Alright, and then I'm going to start digging into my entertainer's bag.
Cool. Your oboe, I assume you still have with you.
I'm assuming it's in my hand, yeah.
Still in your hand.
Okay.
Yeah, as you squeeze through the bars with your oboe.
Yeah.
Okay. Baron, it is you.
You are now a lollipop. Yes. So after taking a good look at the inside of the mouth of the beholder, I am going to try and sort of almost lever my way out, like push my way out.
So you're going to push the sides and be like...
No, without hurting its little baby teeth, because it's a very important animal.
Okay. Roll. Because the thing is, you realize your armor... Are you wearing chainmail?
Yes.
You realize your armor might get caught on the teeth. So, roll sleight of hand for me. Because you realize the baby beholder, its jaw is not that strong, so you'd be able to open it, but would you be able to open it and hold it open long enough for it to get over your head, but also to just maneuver it so that you don't put your hand in a tooth or get a tooth caught on your chain?
So could I not just open it and then use Nimble Escape to run away?
Okay, but also use sleight of hand, and then you can use Nimble Escape.
Do it.
What's wasted?
No,
16.
16. You managed to find a spot where the beholder's missing a tooth, and you put your hand there, and you leverage it up and around you, and it doesn't catch in any of your chainmail, and as you come out draped in a bit of slobber, you manage to use Nimble Escape. Where are you going?
Just to outside the cage.
You also see that the cage is locked, but you manage to slip through quite easily because you're also quite slippery.
Yeah.
As you come out the cage. Good job. Watch.
So I'm assuming that...
You can see the mimic that has hopped past you towards your goblin sibling.
Did you take me with you into the cage?
What cage? No.
Oh,
We
so
out the cage. Everyone's outside the cage except the baby beholder.
Okay, so Watch is just going to... Watch is going to pull Zal and say...
He was shaking a money bag.
Yeah, going, yeah, baby.
It sounds like the clinking of the money bag sounds like there's maybe 3 coppers in there.
No.
As the clinking sounds like...
There's 10 gold pieces, 59 silver pieces, and 54 copper pieces, and 3 gems.
Okay, fancy. I was trying to make like a story, but fine. Fancy McFancy Pants has saved his whole life through. Yes. Okay, so there's a lot of money in it. It's shaking very cool.
Watch is going to grab the money first and say, "You're making a noise. The other animals are going to come and eat us alive."
You know what? For a fighter, Watch, you're quite a wuss. Yeah.
And then
Thank you for the vocabulary.
He gets very upset when his brother says that. I can be a proper fighter. And he's like super stern and like
No one's asking you
hardcore.
to be a fighter, Watch. Okay, we just tried to get
And then he just whacks him across the face.
Okay.
Zal gets whacked across.
Well, Zal does get whacked across the face. I'm not going to make you roll for that because I assume as siblings that happens relatively often. What are you going to do?
So I'm going to grab Zal and I'm going to be like, "Come with me now." And he's just going to grab her and walk towards away from me.
As you start walking, you realize the mimic is following you.
She's gonna keep walking.
Zal is still shaking the coin purse like a rattle.
Cool. Alright, you're gonna keep walking.
I want to walk towards the next empty cage.
Oh, there's one very close.
Okay, yeah.
You walk to one past the gelatinous cube, past the beholder. There is another cage there. You walk it.
And then does the mimic follow?
The mimic appears to be following.
Can the mimic fit through it?
Yeah.
The mimic can change into
Oh no, the bars aren't. The bars aren't. This one's not closed yet. As you walk in, please roll perception for me.
17, sorry.
17. As you see, let me just find it.
Cages open!
Freedom. As you see a ball of fluff in the corner that's probably to the height of your chest. A big ball of fluff.
Is that the truth? Would I know?
I don't think you would. And that brings it to all the monsters. So the beholder, you guys, the two of you who are still looking at the cage, see the beholder, see the meat, and just like face plant onto the meat. And then it lifts itself up and it's got a piece of meat hanging from its mouth and it's going, and it's going, and it appears to be taking its eye stalks and like holding the meat. You know, like a baby like holds his bottle. It's like, and it's looking at the meat, so its eyes are like squinting in towards the meat. Then the mimic is going to. Once I find the mimic's page, sorry guys. Aha! The mimic is going to jump on Zal's back and just cling there and turn into a backpack.
It's so cute!
As its tongue lolls on your shoulder, you feel the tongue next to you, and as it licks your face. It's so cute. Then, as it's licking your face, please take.
Oh, it's hurting.
No. You see, does 13 not hit your armor class? You realize your leather jerkin hat that you're wearing is protecting you because the tongue is quite rough. So you can feel it doesn't want to hurt you, but it is just because it's so much pressure and the tongue is rough that if you weren't wearing the leather jerkin hat, it would take some skin off your face.
Take your head right off.
Right off. As you guys walk into this cage, you see there's a giant ball of fur as well as some straw underneath it. It raises its head. It's got 4 giant paws. It is a dappled gray color. And at the top, its head looks like an owl, the face of an owl, but its body is in the shape of a bear. And coming from the top is feathers that are dappled that blend into a very fluffy owl bear. And its main body, you realize, you think it's much bigger than it is because it's so fluffy. It's very, very fluffy, but you realize that it comes to your height, but it looks like it's 2 sizes of 2 goblins because it's so fluffy around, but you realize that it's only 1 goblin size because its head is about the same size as your head. It's just this really small head and a very big body because it's so fluffy. And you can see around the cage there's some fur that's been left around as it appears to be molting. And it sees you.
I'm just imagining like a little owl at the bottom of the down.
Okay. This is the best job ever. As it sees you, it's going to walk around you two and circle, and then it's going to reach out with its claw and scrape at your backpack. My mimic backpack. Your mimic backpack. As 12 will hit it. And it takes. Yo, that thing is hardcore. It takes 10 points of damage. The mimic, which you feel you feel a scrape across your back as your backpack gets thrown off you and turns into the chest and slams against the back of the wall and falls on its face. And you see the tongue like flopping as it's trying to push itself back up, but is struggling. Oh, that's my pet. And that then brings it to user.
Okay, Zal is going to go. No!
And you see that the owlbear was just like, boop, and then it turns and sees the mimic and is raising its paws like, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. Zal is going to run to the mimic, pick the mimic up, and take the mimic out the cage.
Okay.
Okay. Then he wants to cast Cure Wounds on the poor mimic. Okay. Because the mimic can't get hit.
You pick up the mimic. You do manage to get past the owlbear, but the owlbear looks at you, like turns around and follows you, and is starting to follow you out of the cage.
Somebody close the cage!
What will close the cage?
When it's Watch's turn.
Sorry, I'm just trying to look at
You have to do it.
A creature you touch against.
Just be like, I don't want to do it right now. Calm down.
Consulting Beetle.
Yes, consulting our Beetle.
A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or construct. I'm assuming your mimic is not a construct, right?
It's medium monstrosity. They're gifting.
Yes, so I did it.
Yeah.
So one
The technical term from the book of animalology.
Animalology.
Yeah. Monstrology. Yeah.
book of monsters.
As you realize, all the books in the Goblin Library are not ology. Cookology, bookology. The library is actually called the bookology room. Yeah.
Okay, he gets 9 hit points of healing.
Cool. The mimic jumps up, flips in your arms, and then turns into, if it's on the front, it turns into a moonbag.
Oh.
Wow, that's so cute.
Yeah. Hey.
Zala's running, like holding the moonbag, going, don't hit the moonbag!
As Zal runs out and is like petting the mimic and being like, kill words, and chucking people at the door. But because you're a goblin, the way you cure wounds is you're like, get better. The power of my healing compels you. Okay. Good. It is you.
It's me.
Yes.
Okay, so she's run out of the cage.
Yeah, so you see them on the cage next to you.
She is so hipster right now.
And you do hear like a
Now I'll be.
yeah.
Okay, then I need to continue with my plan. So I have 2 costumes in my entertainer's pack.
As he goes shine.
Well, not the one. It's like a one piece you just put on and it's like the whole thing.
It's a onesie, cool.
Yeah. Of It the Clown and
of a clown.
Of a clown.
Of
Who
a
let
clown.
him in here? Who let him in here?
It's the Halloween episode. Goblin-ology.
And then we'll run up
I feel like
in the clown
Goblin-ology should be a
costume
thing.
and close the gate and then turn to Zal and go out the oboe in the clown costume and play a little tune.
Zal screams and runs away.
Give me body inspiration.
As you're running away, he's like, I'm trying to help you. I just want to make you feel good. I'm a happy little girl.
Yes, holding the gate, then looking at the owlbear going, this is good.
Did you take the key out?
I would,
There's a key in the gate, yeah.
I would just close it. I'll take the key.
As he's playing.
Yeah.
Jazzy's one hand. Okay.
Yeah,
you
that's
get
it.
body inspiration even though you're running away.
Even though it's terrifying.
You have 10 minutes to use it, so.
What is
Add
D6 to your roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you need it.
Okay, that then brings it to you, Baron. You are outside the cage, you're seeing all this happen.
I'm seeing what's
Nothing
happening.
in bed.
I can't see the oboe, not the gate. Okay.
You're back from what?
Do I know that this moonbag is a different animal?
Yeah, you've seen it transform, untransform, retransform.
Okay. So, stop trying to steal the animals.
I'm trying to.
And she's like, run away!
I'm trying to protect it.
Okay, so that gate is locked. I'm going to go back into the cage that had the jelly on the floor
Yes.
to see if I can spot any like glowing bits of slime anywhere else, because now I figure we need to track this thing.
Okay. Roll perception for me.
Did the gelatinous squid? Is the gelatinous squid like a snail that leaves a gelatinous trail everywhere it moves?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't see a trail anywhere, but looking closer, you see that the oozy area is bigger.
You could try.
I wonder if you can too. Let me look.
Like, okay.
And I'm like, this is the problem with running a baby one. Because I bet you no one else knew beholders could speak. Because everyone was just like, they just attack you and you die. The end.
The end.
I'm going to say, hello, are you there? At this puddle on
At the puddle.
puddle.
Okay, let me see if the puddle
Look, I'm learning from you guys.
recognizes that.
Also, while Carla is looking, please don't forget to donate. This stream is for animal allies, and we want to help them achieve. What is the new goal now? 20,000. No, just 50
More. The
Just
new goal is
donate as
more.
much as you can. We want more. We want more monsters. Not like the Mimic edition wasn't enough.
Please also remember to use DDD in your reference so you can enter to win your own personalized miniature from Papercraft Dungeon. So please do that. Alright.
Can a gelatinous squid talk?
It does not talk, but it doesn't mean it can't hear you guys.
Was there any sort of reaction or response, like even like a movement or like a color? Or
It seemed to ripple. And you get
like flubber.
Clever.
Okay.
Well,
Green, I'm assuming. I'm going to take out my list and I'm going to, because I don't have a pen.
You
I'm
don't
going
have
to-
a pen.
I don't have a pen. I'm going to tear off the bit that says gelatinous square. I'm just going to tear it off
okay.
and like crumple it up and put it in my pocket. Like, okay, that one is taken care of. You know, like a check.
Okay, you managed to do so. Are you going to move?
Then I'm going to leave the cage. I am intelligent enough to realize that even if you lock this cage, it's not going to make a difference. It's a square.
Yes, but you
Two-dimensional square.
but you realize, because I mean you're intelligent enough to realize, and you've been in the enclosure long enough, that if it could move, it would have. This gate has been open a very long time.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave the cage. I'm going to lock the gate. And
Perfect. You do so. That brings it to you. Good.
So quick,
After your overs.
has Watch gone?
Yes. Watch has gone.
Good. So I'm
This is
standing
what
there.
people. What happens when people know what they're doing or don't do anything. As the fighter, the toughest person's like, guys, no, I'm too afraid. I can't. I'm too scared.
In my clown costume, I'm gonna CBD my way to the Baron.
In your creepy clown costume, you're gonna be like,
by the day.
And then go,
Monsieur Baron, Monsieur Spears did not say we had to simply close the cages. This seems like a fine job. What have we got down? The baby beholder, I assume that is the I1.
yes, because it beholds.
Indeed.
beholdologies.
There's one that looks like an owl but also a bear. It's possibly a bear.
Okay. I'll tear that off the list. So now I possibly have 2 or 3 strips on the list.
Okay.
We are missing this square. This
No, the square is taken care of.
Merci. Gorgon, the floof, and the animated area, and I have no idea what is on her.
That's a movie.
it's a moon satchel, guys. It's a moon satchel.
A moon satchel.
Moon
that is a
satchel.
moon satchel.
Is it still trying to lick me?
No.
Okay.
No, its tongue is sort of, you know, like a dog sticks its head out the window. It feels like the moonbag is sticking its head like out. It's like, oh
I
yeah.
mean, 4 cages. Running close.
Well, 4 on the side that have
yeah.
open doors.
Which we've now closed 3 of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Evan, what do we do now?
Well, provided Sal doesn't steal that moon satchel, I think we're alright. But maybe we should look towards the waterfall.
Ah, good idea. I will.
If I was an animal, I would go there.
Good. I will take Waj. Waj,
Yes?
follow.
And then he's like, okay, safe option, safe option, and then he follows you.
I will continue to see the. Yeah.
Okay. As you guys start moving, everyone, the 3 of you, please make a perception roll for me.
Oh, I see. Oh, I don't see.
Oh, I don't see.
2.
2, 8, 8.
22.
Am I also 22? No, because you're walking away from the town. As you start to go watch, you see the owlbear pouncing towards the cage, and it reaches its one arm, and then it gets its head stuck in between the bars. As this little head and these, like the peaks of the owl's head, and it's trying to push itself, and it's going. As it's trying to push it, try and get itself out of the cage, but instead of twisting its head and moving out, it's just going back like this, and it just keeps getting caught, and it's in distress. You guys just hear the sounds, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, we're moving ahead.
Okay.
Guys, are such cold-hearted goblins.
How
No, but
could
we didn't like. No, I know. Okay, watch. What are you doing? You don't have to say anything.
But Watch sees this happening.
Yeah, you see that. That's what it is.
Watch is
Yeah,
gonna feel
Watch.
super
What are you gonna
guilty,
do, Watch?
And he's gonna go back to the cage.
What you gonna do?
We almost got through a whole stream without that.
Guys, the puns are living.
I feel like Sal said that quite a bit.
Yeah, you're over.
I'm gonna just shove the bear's face back in, the owl bear's face back in. And he'll be like, just stay. But like he's gonna be super aggressive.
He's gonna be stern. Yes, the little goblin
Stop trying to stay.
pushes on the Albert's feet. Roll. How are you doing this? Are you just pushing?
I mean, like I want to do it gently, but I want his face to like. I just
Okay,
want to go back
so
in.
you're trying to think about it. You're not just pushing.
Yeah.
Okay, please roll sleight of hand for me as you need to tilt its head slightly, because if you just pushed, you would also get stuck in the same way. It would still be stuck.
What am I rolling? Slice of hand.
Sleight of hand.
7.
7. Okay, because the monster rolled a 5, it lets you to move its head as it and it comes still back. And then it like shakes its fur had all gone flat as it got pushed and like it's forward on its face, and it shakes its hair and it goes poof out like that. And then it looks around and finds its own fur and starts playing with that and throwing its own fur up in the air.
What just happened with that? Watch is gonna join the group again.
Cool, watch does. We are out of initiative for this moment.
As the mimic says, it's my moon satchel.
The mimic is your moon satchel. You realize your gold is gone.
That's right.
Your bag of money is gone. And you can hear like a crunching sound. Alright, you guys are heading over to the waterfall.
Yeah.
To Trash. You walk over to the waterfall. It's very lovely here. And please, can everyone roll perception for me?
6.
6.
18.
Okay, the person with 18. You see that at the bottom of the waterfall, it's kind of steamy. So like to everyone else, it looks like froth. But the bottom of the waterfall, it's steam coming out from the bottom of the waterfall.
I will remove my tongue brush.
Okay, well, that's what I do whenever I see steam. I take off my
I will start looking for my second question. That is all.
That is all worse than the
Alright,
first.
it's very beautiful here.
Okay. I would like
what this area feels
Can you
like.
feel it? Okay.
And as you do so, you feel two small presences at the where the waterfall lands. And yeah, you feel two small presences.
So can I sort of hone in on the direction, or
You can.
like the actual general area that we're in?
You can hone in on the direction. You feel that it's under the waterfall, but if you walk around, you feel like there might be a small alcove there, and you feel it's behind that where the waterfall is.
Okay.
So you guys would just need to walk around that way.
So I'm going to say, okay, goblins, follow me. Signal.
Sounds like la 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 la.
I will finish donning my other costume, which is like those 1950s bikinis.
You had to work a bikini into the stream somehow, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay, but it is a vintage one, so it covers a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of his goblin
And
body.
then,
He's wearing it over his armor.
yes.
Watch is very impressed by Kurt. So he's going to change as well. And he's going to put a set of common clothes on. Just because.
Guys, look, it's like an anime beach episode. You know, in anime, they always have that one beach episode where all the characters change. I love it. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna give you both inspiration.
Yes. Where do we put that here?
Just
Write inspiration somewhere.
Okay. Alright. Are you guys all gonna trudge along to the back?
Well, I'm going in whether they go or not. You know, too self-involved to even figure out whether or not they're behind me.
As you all come around the alcove, you see two little fish that are standing on their legs in the alcove, and they're these ones too, and they're using their hands.
Fish.
Yeah, guys, it's a kuatoa for all those who know what that is. Okay, fish people. It's fish people. As the two fish are holding something under the water and it's steaming.
Okay, so I'm going to shout out, fish with feet, what are you doing? But like very loudly in my booming paladin goblin voice.
In your own voice, you hear the words back to you.
Fish feet, fish feet, feet fish, feet fish.
And you hear like a burbling coming from the water, and a distinct hiss of a heat and water, like a and
Feet fish,
and they're holding something under the water.
Okay.
We are all now in initiative. I'm going to assume you all come around the corner. You will see that in the alcove.
Can I just ask a question? Do the fish seem malicious in their intent? Or, well, I mean, would you be able to tell from the glassy stare of a fish with hands?
Well, when you divine sensed,
so?
you sensed it was an evil presence.
It was an evil presence.
But I mean, you're also goblins in a
So everything's
in
good.
a dungeon master army. So I
Everything's
mean,
good.
so and look, I mean, whatever's under the water doesn't want to be there. So take from that what you will.
Okay, so then I know what.
Also, has there been any chatting on the chat at all?
Has anyone added anything? We are coming near the end, so now's your time to keep donating if you want to affect this game. So.
Currently not. There are viewers.
Oh, cool. Nice to know people are watching.
Hello, people who are watching.
I see you, but not really. Thank you.
You see us. We see a camera.
Yeah.
Because I sort of perceive this, am I allowed to put an action like prior to the initiative?
You know what? I'll give you a surprise round.
Okay.
I'll give you only it.
Okay. So I want to cast Compel Duel at the fish hand people things.
Okay, cool.
So that says you attempt to compel a creature into a duel. So one creature that you see within range must make a wisdom saving. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine command. So basically I'm going to say, I challenge you to a duel.
As you do so, both fish stop pushing the thing under the water and they start walking over to you, and you get a squelching sound as their wet feet hit the floor, and they come to you and they stand in front of you and they go, fish feet. And what did you say to them?
I challenge you to a duel.
And they're like, challenge
Challenge, fish feet. Challenge, fish feet.
And in your own voice, back to you. As they do that, rising from the water is a little humanoid-shaped being that looks like it's made out of stone, and it has cracks in it that are black, but the cracks are now starting to faintly glow orange as fire starts to sprout from its head and its hands. It's a magman, for those who don't know. So it's
I feel like our list
volcano
is very
creature.
incomplete.
Indeed.
Look, maybe that's just the list of what was in the cages,
Yeah.
not what was in the.
Is anyone doing else like a Fantastic Beasts kind of feel for this place? You know when he goes down.
What's the thing with the nose?
The Niffler.
Oh, it's that cute.
Like I said, this is like wild things everywhere.
It's like, guys, it's like Pokemon and Fantastic Beasts. You
All together.
a wild magman appears.
What's that Pokemon battle? Is it?
God forbid.
Tristan actually found his Game Boy Color the
I
other
saw-
day,
I saw
and
it
I
on
started
Instagram.
playing the Pokemon. So that.
Alright, so after that surprise round, that brings it to Coot.
Food is going to run up to the magma.
Magman.
Magman. That's Magma is the Pokemon.
Now you're a Pokemon.
And in his bikini.
Open his armor. His armor kini.
You said it was a humanoid.
It is humanoid, but it's about your height.
Yes.
So,
as long as it has the keyword humanoid.
as you guys are humanoid as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, let me check its descriptor. It says it's a small elemental, but I'll allow it to be humanoid.
Just because I
Maybe
want to
maybe when it's a baby, it's a humanoid, and then only once it grows up, it turns elemental.
love it.
I'll
Love it.
allow it.
I'm gonna.
This is my world. I do what I want.
Charm person on it.
Okay.
Make 60 foot 2 full holes.
Wisdom saving
Don't
throw.
judge my height creation. That's from our actual podcast. I said a wall was 60 foot. I was like, it's a big wall. They're like, how big? I'm like, oh damn, I don't know, 60 feet. They're like, that's the giantest wall ever. Its wisdom is 9.
I assume DC is 12. Like that one.
Yeah.
Good. So it's charmed.
I mean, you guys did save it.
Exactly. I just want to make sure that it's on our side.
Cool.
We are friendly now.
It wanders over to you as the cracks in its skin start to glow orange.
Then we'll say, bonjour, monsieur creature.
Oh, this one does speak.
Oh, what?
Guys, I'm amazed at how many of these monsters speak.
We are working for Ozzy Spears. We are just here to check that you are okay. Do you need anything?
What
I
do
may
you
have
speak
been
again? It speaks a language called Ignan, which I've never heard of.
Pretty fire.
Please roll. It's a rock language. Oh, yeah. Smart. But Baron doesn't know that. Wednesday knows that.
Yeah.
Wednesday's a scientist for real in life. She's a Scientologist. Oh, I was trying to say biology, but that's something else.
No,
Never
I'm
mind.
a genetologist.
A genetologist. I like it. Okay, please roll performance.
Performance.
Okay. Right.
Like a
Non-natural
book
20.
man.
Not because as you try to tell it like we are friends and you are like come this way, it seems to like you and you know maybe your bikini helps. Who can say?
I will just tell the others. I will try escort this friend to a place. I just walk randomly next to him.
As you randomly take the firing as it walks past you and it makes the sound of rocks falling at you. But you can see its mouth moving, so you assume it's talking.
I know it.
Cool. It believes you. Baron, it is you as the two fish people walk towards you, and they pull out from they're wearing little tunics. They pull out from it a sharpened stick, as they each pull out a sharpened stick.
You want it to be pointy?
I have another question. These fish people, do they look like they are little baby fish people that belong in the menagerie? Or are they full-size fish people?
Roll perception. No, roll insight.
Fail.
They are fish people.
They are fish people.
I don't know. Maybe do fish grow up? Do
I don't
fish
know.
have lifespans? Who can like? It's very deep thoughts that you should think at another time on a fish's lifespan. Although goblins do eat fish, so I mean.
Okay, but they were hurting this baby monster, so.
Well, you assume it's made of fire and putting it under the water was not good.
Yes. So I am going to do this thing. I'm going to draw my sword.
As he
I
takes
have a
out
long
the pen
sword.
and draws. Okay, no, sorry.
I have a long sword, which means it's very much bigger than I am.
And you have to hold it two-handed, even though it's
Yes,
one-handed
of
sword.
course. But
Okay.
people do with a long sword in education. You hold it with two hands.
Yes.
Okay, and
Learning
I am
facts,
going to
guys.
attack them.
Okay. Roll your attack.
And I'm going to add that d6. 9?
It does.
Whoa!
Squishy fish people. Yeah. Because they're not holding their shield. You slice their head off one.
Oh!
And then the other turns, looks, and then is waiting for its turn. It's like, as it brings it to you, watch.
Oh my god. So what is going to run up next
And
to them?
and the fish is gonna be like, Shing, challenge, fish feet, 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 feet. In Baron's voice.
Oh my god. Okay, Watch is gonna run up next to Baron and is going to take his javelin.
Okay. Which he had the whole time.
Which he
never
did have the
used.
whole time. He's gonna show everyone how hardcore he is now. And
He's gonna run like
He
this is
managed
Sparta.
to-
One arm out, like hey.
Yeah, he's gonna do it like super.
Like the Olympics.
And he's going to throw the javelin to the one fish that's his knuckle.
So as you throw your javelin, you realize you're very close. So you're just like, like flip throw. Okay, roll your attack.
You must be well.
Don't worry, I've done that once before, and I was like, why am I rolling so low? But first you have to roll attack. That's 12.
That's a small catch.
And definitely did not catch it. It's somewhere.
That'll hit.
16.
Yeah, that'll hit. Okay, roll your damage.
Can Zal just like yell from the other side of the room, not supposed to kill the animals?
No, that's a 2.
Bad watch! Bad, Baron.
Watch, why?
Why?
3. As you're like, I've got this, guys. You throw the spear. It catches in the fish's mouth and goes out, and now it's got almost like, you know, like this piercings. It's got a giant javelin in one side of its cheek and out, and it's saying through the javelin, challenge, feet.
Am I close enough to? Is the javelin so close enough? It's like
You can pull it out.
So I don't want to pull it out. I just want to hold it while it's still.
Okay, so you're gonna hold on to the javelin.
Like
a fishing rod.
Yeah, like fishing rod.
Okay.
Just
That-
note that would have broken the compound too.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That then brings it to, I feel like slicing off the head of its companion broke any wish it had to fight with you, as the fish Kuotoa is going to run away with 6. Please roll a strength check for me. Watch. As it tries to pull you with it, but it doesn't manage to, and so it just like slides the javelin off its face and jumps into the water. And that breaks us out of initiative. As you walk the Magnan to a cage.
Yes. I think I'll start walking and I'll slow down for when like the body notices what I'm doing.
Okay. So since we are coming to the end of the stream, you guys all walk the Magnan back. When Ozzy Spears arrives back, he realizes that you put animals in cages. All the cages that were open are closed. However, he sees the. I'm gonna roll perception. He does not see the moon statue.
And he's like, good job keeping pointy, guys. And everyone's alive. I'm very impressed to see that. We can break down this report in the cantinology. Alright.
And he starts leading you out, and he opens the door, and he's like, how'd you go? And are you gonna walk up with the moon satchel?
Zell's definitely walking out.
As you exit, carrying the
with a nonchalant.
Watch would know that.
Yes.
That's, so Watch pulls it out and like flings it back.
As this poor mimic is like, and it goes, and its tongue is like, as it gets thrown, it changes into a chest and waves its tongue like, and then turns into the door, and then
Zell's gonna bitch.
Ozzy looks back and he's like,
Yeah, I definitely closed the door.
and then he leaves as the mimic makes up the door frame, and the goblin-sized door is now very definitely open, and that brings us to the end of this adventure. Yay! Thank you to everyone who was watching. I know the stream is still continuing for another hour, and a big thank you to my players who always make everything fun. A big thank you to everyone who donated. But now
we'll still donate.
There's still times. Don't forget to use DDD as your reference, and also check out the Nexus Facebook page because there's a lot of competition info and other ways you can donate. So please do check it out. Remember, this is all for Animal Allies. Everyone has donated of their time and energy for free because they want to support the cause. Also, speaking of donations, yesterday we got a giant donation from an amazing company called About Wood. They've also made this table. They make custom gaming tables. They've made this one for the Nexus. The tables are amazing. They have additional slots you can use to hold your character sheets, to hold your dice, to hold your drinks. They're for any kind of play. They also, you can't see it because we've put all our stuff on, but the top also removes, so there's an indent where you can put your maps, you can put your tabletop games, put your board games so everyone can see it nicely.
He's also attached to the side of the table.
Yeah, it's got attachable areas. So please do also go check out About Wood because not only do they make awesome tables, they're awesome people who donated and helped us reach our initial goal yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it off how I always finish off every podcast. Remember, we are Dum Dum Die. If you enjoyed this, please go find us. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening, and thank you for playing, and have a most amazing week filled with adventure, guys.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Now we have to pack up stuff.